Twitter is terrible. I know. Fork found in kitchen of all places. But just hear me out on this, would you? I've recently been thinking about what the worst social media platforms are, and I couldn't really decide. Mostly because I had to genuinely take Twitter out of the running, otherwise it would have won by default. And I think that's kinda dumb, because it is stupid that one app is so bad I can't even include it in the running with the others. It's like that one John Mulaney clip where he compares the badness of 2 words, dude.
If you're comparing the badness of 2 words, and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word.
Like, it's a common consensus that Twitter is bad, and I agree. Despite the fact that I use it, like, every day, at least once a day, it is by far the worst. But when I tried to think about it, I couldn't immediately put my finger on what was so bad. And then I remembered it was the people. It's definitely the people.
Not long now, James Gunn, you dipshit.
In James Gunn and him falling.
There's conflict, there's fighting, people becoming serial killers, dude. But what's the deal with this? I mean, where did it come from? Well, I mean, that's a stupid question. It came from the internet just being a shitty thing in the first place. But after that, Twitter got a lot worse after Elon put unwashed Trump cum-stained hands on Twitter, where he would make his changes. Namely, changing Twitter's neat system on how you could decide whether or not to trust the account feeding you your daily dose of chud rage. You see, back in the day, Twitter had a neat system called the checkmark. If you had a blue checkmark, you were the real deal. You had I'm gonna kill myself. You had substantial followers, and Twitter wanted to make sure that people knew you were who you said you were. It was efficient, and people just about pissed their pants when Twitter offered them the sweet tit of a checkmark. Look at Jay Schlatt, who got effectively teased by Twitter with the checkmark system. The man ended up quitting his channel, no doubt because of the checkmark debacle from 5 years ago. But when Elon saw this, he flew into like a chud-induced rage, throwing his crayons around before shooting that system 30 times in the head and setting up a new system, where if you want a checkmark, then just buy Twitter Blue, bro. And yeah, I'm sure that upped the revenue for all of like a day, but that ruins the entire point of a checkmark. So everyone, except the incels, just started to ignore checkmarks as a sign of intelligence, because if this guy can have a checkmark, then all hope is lost for credibility in the checkmark department. But don't you worry, says Elon, because they have worked out a solution for you. They'll give out checkmarks for brands and official military entities, which is awesome, because now the White House can tweet like this without anybody thinking it's not really them.
It's a bad thing.
And that's the other thing. These fucking people on Twitter might just be the most insane people ever. They must have been born within the universe of Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. That, or they were ripped from a Smiling Friends bit where they just created the worst app in fucking existence. Studio Bones, where do you live? I just want to talk. Hunt them down. Like, dude, what? Why are we letting the anime studio equivalent of The Punisher use a Twitter account freely? And don't even get me started on an account like Kanye, dude. He ruins his reputation once a year at least. And I wish that was a unique thing to Kanye, because no, accounts just love ruining the reputation they've built up for themselves. The Epstein client list is real. So is the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus.
That was really bad.
Why? Why would he say that? What do you want me to interpret that as, Steven? Jesus! Was the ending to the It books based on a true story? Timeline of a toxic relationship. Hey, Toko, you threatened to shoot up a school? Good night, world.
Who the fuck is that?
Yeah, alright, you get the point now. And that's a good thing, because now I need to talk about Twitter Blue, or X Premium. Quite possibly the worst thing. Twitter Blue is described by Twitter as a premium subscription service that elevates quality conversations on the platform. Or, in other words, it's how Twitter accounts make their money. Which doesn't sound bad in theory, but Twitter revenue is paid for through individual tweets, which means that these days, a suspicious amount of advice threads are showing up from people with blue checkmarks. Never mind, total fucking side rail. Why is there so much... I'm scrolling through this as a good little adult male in 2025, and I'm introduced to such riveting threads as No Way She Didn't Care, a thread. Moments Bestie Will Never Forgets, a thread. When Bestie Comes Around, a thread. Nothing's gonna prepare you for this, a thread. Jesus! This isn't professional video making, this is... You don't need to keep adding a thread to the end of it. Never in my life did I think Twitter pimps would be taking over my For You page, but they still find ways to amaze me. Fuck you, man. Let me look at my meme slop, would ya? These people in gimmick accounts. I know, I already made a video about them, but fuck you, I'm still mad about it. Gimmick accounts exist purely so that Twitter Blue kissers can make more money off of their glorified hobby. It's insufferable, especially black pill accounts. Now, I'm not going to name names or say these people fit into a certain stereotype because I have no political opinions and I was born yesterday, but I will say that something about telling an Asian that their entire race looks like it has Down syndrome just comes off as a bit racist. Oh, and also cursing out the F slur like you're Timmy Turner's dad cursing out Dinkelberg's name. And because I'm the bigger person, and because if somebody sees this and hates on the guy, it's my fault somehow, I won't say who this is. But this dude is only one account of hundreds who all do and say the same shit like that one Buzz Lightyear gif. Now, on the off chance he sees this video, I just want you to give a list of insults that you can try and use on me, because they'd probably be more effective than calling me a slur. So, I was going to suggest something like lard butt, poopy head, or like meanie bug. That will invoke a certain level of intelligence that's been lacking in literally every tweet you've made. So, if you want to use that, you'll just have to give some credit to me. Cite my source as @Milkmandias on Twitter. Thanks. And then finally, there's AI. Yup, I'm talking about it again. Throw it on the tally. Anyway, AI has given the idiots of Twitter a new way to feast upon the sweet tea of no effort. Someone makes a drawing of Superman encouraging you to learn how to draw. Well, some guy just made a version of it with Homelander. And guess what? It was made by AI. It's just like the FNAF movies. So terrible that it's funny. There's also that nice and nifty Studio Ghibli AI filter, demonstrating that beautiful piss overtone that everybody loves so dearly. But as AI gets better and better, people are going to start defending it more and more, and past a certain point, I think that the people of Twitter will just have to give up trying to stop the current AI bros, because these people are clearly too busy sucking their own dicks to care about what you have to say. Or maybe they'll be too busy fantasizing about a Fortnite character making out with them.
This prison to hold me.
Who knows with these guys? Anyway, I mean, I wish I had more to show you, but my receptors for Twitter hell are all burnt up. But surely you're picking up on this stuff now, right? This is just brain rot.
Really?
I can't believe I'm sharing air with some of these people. Here, you know what? Take a breath. Ready? Right as you did that, the guy who made this tweet also took a breath.
Leave me alone!
That upsets me to think about, but I suppose that might just make one of us. But who knows? The main takeaway for right now is that Twitter is bad and hate comments hurt my feelings, so you definitely shouldn't make those. After all, if you boosted my engagement, I don't know what I'd do with myself. And please, God, don't you dare leave a like or subscribe. Whatever you do, don't go follow my Twitter. I just shudder thinking about it. Alright, I'm done.